Hi, Nancy. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Wow. Mm-hmm. I'm also good. And that's great to know that you're good, Nancy. All right. So, are you ready to talk about bargaining?
Yes, I'm ready.
Very good. All right. So, here we go. Let's get started, Nancy. All right. Let's try to have this one. Okay. So let's try to discover if you often bargain with others, Nancy. Do you often bargain with others? Why or why not?
Sometimes I think that
Mm-hmm.
depends. Uh, if you
Mm-hmm.
go shopping uh, in a supermarket or a shopping mall, then bargaining doesn't make sense. But if you go
Exactly.
shopping in a street store or in a market, then you can bargain.
All right. So have you tried to bargain in stalls or let's say markets, the flea market?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
All right. So why do you try to bargain it, Nancy? What's your reason? Why did you bargain that thing?
Because I want to get a reasonable price
Mm-hmm. All
to
right.
to buy to buy yeah some products.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that is also one of our major concern, right? If the product
Yes,
you're buying is reasonable to the price, right, Nancy?
yes.
Yes. Okay. And how about in the restaurants, Nancy? Have you tried to bargain the food that you ought to buy?
I think most of the time we we can't do that
Mm-hmm.
because I think yeah maybe yeah sometimes they have some discount.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if they don't have
Yes.
discount, then bargaining doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I also agree with you on that when it comes to commercialized industries, Nancy, right?
Yes.
Yes, so we can say commercialized industries like supermarkets, restaurants, we can, bargaining is no sense at all. All right, so I bet do you have something to share, Nancy, about bargaining? Would you like to share your experience?
I will talk it later.
Later? Later. All right,
Okay.
it's okay.
Okay.
Now let's try to have on page 3. All right, so let's try to talk about bargaining using the chart, Nancy. Okay? So the first thing that we should ask is the location or where can we bargain things or products? So the first option is
You
where can
can
we
bargain.
bargain, Nancy?
You can bargain in markets, street stores. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Street stalls. And
I don't know.
all right. Can we try to bargain in when we purchase a real estate, Nancy, such as house,
Real
your car, yeah, real estate.
real estate. Can you tap
Yes, when
it?
you buy a house. Yes, this one. Hold on, this one. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I do.
Yes. All right. So have you? Mm-hmm. You do. So how was
Yes.
it? Okay. So we've
For
talked about
for
streets. Yes. Go ahead.
Yes. For example, if you want to buy a house,
Mm-hmm.
then I think most of the time we can bargain.
Yes. Okay. So how about purchasing a car, Nancy? Have you tried that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Yes. We can.
We can bargain too.
All right. So I bet you have an experience on that. Have you tried it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. All right.
I think
So. Mm-hmm.
I think my husband has more experience.
Oh, when it comes to
It's
bargaining.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
especially buying a car or house.
Mm-hmm.
Then
All right.
we
Well.
will communicate with each other. Then
Mm-hmm.
we 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 will um, pretend to argue, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because maybe I'm not satisfied with the car or the house. Then you
Mm-hmm.
know, then we can bargain.
All right. So definitely you and your husband would negotiate, right?
Yeah,
Negotiate
before
each other when it comes to the prices. Mm-hmm. All right. So,
yes,
what can you say about it, Nancy? Was it effective, Nancy? Was his bargaining
yes,
skills effective?
yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think
All
so.
right. So, you think so? Okay. Thank you for sharing that one, Nancy. So for this one, we have street stalls and purchasing a car. Okay, and also real estate. Okay. So thank you for sharing, Nancy. Now let's try to go to you cannot bargain in you have
So
mentioned earlier supermarkets
yeah, shopping mall
and
and and some shopping mall online.
oh yes. Exactly. Shopping online. You can never you can never bargain on that, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so those shopping onlines we call that one as we can also call it as retailers, right?
Retailers.
Yes. Okay. And exactly, Nancy. So for this one, we have shopping mall and restaurants and retailers. All right. So for this one, Nancy, let's move on to what
What? Yeah.
what you can bargain when buying.
You can bargain when buying clothes, food, and in some, I think, different kinds of products.
Yes. Okay. So you can have car, furniture, different.
Yeah,
All of those products that you have in your mind that
yeah.
you can bargain of, right? Okay. So we can have furniture. Okay. So what are the things that you cannot bargain, Nancy?
iPhones, cosmetics with good
Mm-hmm.
brands, and
Mm-hmm.
clothes with good brands,
Mm-hmm.
and the products in the supermarket, in the shopping mall,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and some electrical appliances.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, that's right. And some electrical appliances. All right. So, wow, I'm amazed with your answers, Nancy. So that means that your vocabulary is in a high one, because you were able to expound a bit on our topic. All right. And you don't have much hesitations on yes. I'm happy for that, Nancy.
Thank you.
All right. So now let's try to have your idea on next. We're done with
How?
where, what, and how.
How?
Very good. So how are you going to bargain?
First, we can show hesitation about
Mm-hmm.
the products.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Show hesitation. Okay.
Show. Yeah.
Yes. And how are you going to do that?
I will. I will say maybe I don't maybe I don't satisfied with the product very much. But if the
Mm-hmm.
price is reasonable, then I can accept it.
All right. So you will try to do it in a polite way. Still,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good one, Nancy. Okay, then next.
Next, pretend to consult with a reluctant partner, such as your husband, your father, your mother, or your sister. Yeah, something like that.
Wow, that is also a good way. Okay, a
Yeah.
good way that you're trying to portray to the seller that you are not that interested, right?
Yes.
And that's the time you can bargain the price. Right,
Yes.
Nancy? Yes. Okay, so that was awesome, Nancy. I'm happy with your answers. Now, I bet you don't have any question on this part. Let's try to move on to page 4.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. These are the expressions that you may use on this one, and then you're going to add an idea. Okay. So in bargaining, we have to please read the first one on first expression and see on where.
Well, it's okay for you to bargain in some markets. I don't think you will be able to bargain in a supermarket.
Okay. So would you like to add something on here?
Hmm, bargain, uh, bargain in a street store may uh, let you get a reasonable price of the products.
Okay. So bargaining in some stools may result to a reasonable price on your product. All right. Thank you, Nancy. So
Then
now let's try to have on what?
you may want to bargain with the owner when buying something like clothes. It won't work if you bargain for some branded products like the iPhone or mini Mi phone.
The phone. Okay. So for this one, what are other things that you could say on the things that you
Uh,
can bargain, Nancy?
you can you might get a reasonable price um, if you get some bargaining skills of buying cars or real estates.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so you might get the reasonable price in bargaining on those kind of stuffs, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Nancy. Now for this part, Nancy, on the how,
How? Um,
yes,
you can
what expressions
you
you
can show
can.
your hesitation about the products. Uh,
Oh, all right. Yes, about the product.
of the
Okay,
product.
another one is
Pretend to consult with a reluctant partner.
mhm, okay. All right. So, do you often use these two things, Nancy, when you bargain?
Yes.
All right. So, I bet it is also effective, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, for this one, Nancy, all right. So, for this part, you were able to supply the needed expressions that you may use so that you can express yourself in bargaining products, Nancy. And I'm very happy on that because you have the things in mind already on how are you going to make it. Right?
Yes. Because
Yes, that's a
I
high five for
pre
you, Nancy.
because I preview the lesson.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Re
that's good.
review.
Okay.
Re preview? Yeah, your preview.
Yes. Preview. All right. So that's good, Nancy. It's definitely good that you're going to study the lesson ahead, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Wow. That's a good skill, Nancy. Okay. So here, let's try to move on to page 5 and let's try to discuss something about bargaining. Okay. Now, this time you're going to talk about the experience that you had. Okay. Let's talk about the what, the where, what, and how. How did you do it, Nancy? Okay.
Mm, my experience.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh, maybe 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my husband and I wanted to buy a new house, and
Mm-hmm.
and because it's a second-hand house, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we can bargain. Then
Bye for you now and see you. I hope to see you back. Thank you,
Okay,
Nancy.
bye.